Hey guys, what's going on? It's JK, and today I have for you an Origins staff guide. Now this is for all staffs within Origins, building the basic staffs and then upgrading each and every single staff in an easy to follow guide, which will all be timestamped down below for each individual staff, so you can easily follow which one you want to follow at a given time. So there are three things you're going to want before you can follow this guide. One of them is a shovel, which you should be picking up near from the start of the game if you are doing solo, or maybe a bit later on if you're in co-op and you didn't manage to pick one up at spawn. You can pick one up at the tank station. The other two things you're going to want is the gramophone and also the black disc to open into the mound. Now the black disc can be in three locations. One of these is coming from spawn, going on the first ramp up into the mound. It's on the side of a crate, just standing leaning against a post. The next one is as soon as you enter the mound, on top of a wheelbarrow next to the pack punch machine. You will see the black disc just lying on top of it. And the third location is if you go around to the bottom of the mound, going towards the church area, you'll see it on a stone wall, just sort of blocking your way, but you can just see it on top of it leaning against another section of bricks. The first staff I'm going to build here will be the wind staff, but obviously you can use the time marks in the description to skip to another staff if you want to skip ahead to another staff. One of the first things you're going to want to do is pick up the disc that is needed for the wind staff. Now this is located around generator 5, which is where stamina up is, and it can be in three locations. One of them is leaning against a crate on the right hand side of the actual generator station. Second location is underground towards the electricity door. Once you go down the first set of stairs into the underground area, it's on a table to the left. And the third location is on a wall next to the actual stamina up machine to the right of it. Now you're going to want to go in each of the three robots to collect each piece of the staff. You'll have the top, the middle and the bottom to collect. Each is in a different robot, so you're going to want to wait for each robot to come over, and you'll see 1 foot glowing on these robots that you can shoot to open up. Now you're going to want to be a little bit careful with Black Ops 3 because you have to actually shoot the circle door on the bottom of the foot for it to actually open. Once you are inside the robot, all you need to do is go up to the actual staff part that will be sitting on a shelf in front of you and just hold square to pick up this part. Now once you have all three staff pieces, you're going to want to go down into the tunnel, into the crazy place, which will be by Juggernog machine. This is at generator 4. You're going to have to let the teleporter build itself. You're going to then enter the crazy place and pick up the gemstone from this area, which you will then need to craft the actual staff. Once you have all these parts, you're going to have to go into the mound and use the stand for the wind staff. It's known due to the yellow color around it. This is to then build the wind staff, and this will give you the basic wind staff. Now you're going to want to take this staff and go back down into the crazy place using the wind tunnel that you just used a few seconds ago, and gonna need to do a little puzzle to start the upgrade procedure. Now to start the upgrade procedure, you're going to need to shoot a few rings above you as you enter the wind staff area. Now these 4 rings will include 4 symbols on each ring. You're going to want to have the center ring line up so it will be the 2 straight lines. Now after that one, you're going to want to have the next one at 2 symbols that look like the letter L. After that, you're going to want a single triangle. After that, you're going to want an upside down F and also a little dot of triangle as well. If this has successfully worked, all the rings will start to rotate themselves and also screw into the ceiling itself. Once this has been done correctly, you're now going to need to go back onto the normal map, and you're going to want to find 3 smoking chimneys. Now one of these is right by the tunnel entry itself. You're going to want to go around the corner and you'll see it next to the generator for Juggernog. You need to make it so these chimneys are smoking towards the actual mound itself. The second chimney is located along the tank road that leads back to the actual church. It's quite far down the path. It's past where you would normally pick up the Maxis drone part if it spawns there, and this one again, you just want to shoot it so it will end up smoking towards the mound area. The third chimney is located near generator 5. You're going to want to go and stand next to the stamina machine, and you'll see a little zombie spawning window right ahead of you, and this will show a chimney which is smoking towards the right. Again, just shoot this straight ahead and it should smoke then towards the mound area. If all these are done correctly, you should see a blue beam of light right in the center of the mound as soon as you shoot that final chimney. Now you're going to want to go down into the mound itself, and you're going to want to line up 4 rings to show the yellow color on them. Now these are done by 4 switches around the actual area. Each one controls a different ring in a different order. Just get them all to show the color yellow, and then shoot the little orb that is right at the base of these, and then it will rise between them and go back into the crazy place. If done correctly, you'll be able to go into the crazy place and place down your wind staff into the wind holder, and it will take the wind staff off you to be upgraded. Now this will need a number of kills to actually upgrade the staff. You can now choose to get these kills now to finish off the upgrade, or you can start to collect parts for other staffs and do the upgrade procedure on them as well, and do all staffs at the same time while you are in this area to do the final upgrade. So now we're going to move on to the ice staff. Now the ice staff's disc is located in the tank station, which is by generator 2. There are 3 locations where it can be. One of them is on a table as soon as you walk in from the actual generator 2 area. The next one is on a shelving unit next to where the box can spawn, and the third one is on a shelving unit next to the doorway to the tank area. Now you have the disc, you are now going to want to collect the 3 ice staff parts. Now these are located in dig sites, but you need to wait until the atmosphere is snowing. You will end up getting snow around rounds 2, 3, 4 or 5. If you don't get it then you're unlucky, and hopefully by then you could have most of the map open on Black Ops 3, and you will be able to find all 3 locations within 1 round. There are 3 areas you need to collect these staff parts from. One of them is the generator 2 and 3 area. The next one is in the center around the mound, and the third location is near the church. Once you've collected all 3 parts, you want to go and collect the gemstone from the crazy place. For this one, you need to go down the tunnel, which is by generator 6, which is at the other side of the church. Once you've collected the gem from this tunnel, then come back up and re-pick up the gramophone and place it into a tunnel that is more efficient to use, as the ice tunnel isn't really the most efficient to use. Once you've collected the gem, you then want to go and build the ice staff in the mound area. Once you have the staff built, you're then going to want to start the puzzle procedure to then upgrade the staff and make it its ultimate version. For this, I'll leave an image on screen right now for all the combinations that these can be. You want to basically match what you see on the tile that will be on the wall to what can be rotated on the ceiling above the ice location. There are 6 of these tiles that you will need to shoot and flip over in the correct order. If you shoot the incorrect one, unfortunately your progress resets and you have to start this step again. Once all 6 tiles are turned over and don't show a single symbol, you then want to return to the normal map and start shooting some gravestones around the map that have suddenly appeared. Now these are located in the footstep area for the robot next to the Juggernaut machine. You want to shoot it with the staff once and then shoot it with a weapon that has bullets. Unfortunately, the Pack-a-Punch Mauser does not work, as I show right here. Now you're going to want to go straight ahead into the footwell for the robot that is straight ahead of you, that is closer to the mound. You'll see another one literally on the high side next to the mound. Again, shoot it with the ice staff and then a bullet weapon. Now you're going to want to go to generator 2 where the tank station can be, and go out to where the tank could be if you do use it. You'll see another one of these little gravestones in the distance, and you're going to want to again shoot this with the staff and then shoot it with a bullet weapon. Causing this will end up moving the blue light into the center of the map, and you will be on to the next step of upgrading the ice staff. Now once again, you're going to want to enter the mound and use the levers to line up the 4 circles to show the blue color. Now once you have all these showing blue, you want to again shoot the blue orb, and you will then be able to release the orb back into the crazy place, where you will then place down your staff, and you can either again upgrade this right now, or you can move on and do the next staff in the list and charge them all at the same time. Now we're going to move on to the next staff, which will be the lightning staff. Once again, you're going to want to pick up the disc. Now this can be in again 3 locations. One of these is at the bottom of the wind tunnel towards the teleporter. The next one is right next to the Juggernaut machine and the generator 4. The next one is on a little horse carriage just outside of the generator 4 area on the path that the tank would take. Now the lightning staff can be a bit of a trouble for some players, as for this you need to ride the tank to get all 3 pieces for the staff. One of them is on the first run from the church to the tank station. Now this one you have to jump off onto a little stand towards the side on the right hand side just past generator 3. The next 2 are on the run from the tank station back to the church. Again, you're going to need to use the tank to get these. The first one is next to the mound. You'll see a little wooden walkway coming from the mound that goes inside the mound area. In there you will find the second piece towards the lightning staff. Now unfortunately you probably won't be able to make the run back to the tank to jump back onto it to be able to get the third and final piece, so you have to call the tank all the way back around and re-ride it back towards the church. I'll say the third piece is on the run back towards the church, and it's as soon as the tank is about to enter the church area again, you'll see a little runoff mud area that you can jump from the tank and go inside the church on the upper floor. In there you will find the next part of the staff. Now you're going to want to go into the tunnel by generator 5. This is for the lightning area, and you're going to want to go into the crazy place. In there you'll be able to collect the gem for the lightning staff. Now once you have all the parts to this staff, you're going to want to go into the mound and craft the staff down there. Then you're going to want to go into the crazy place to do again another puzzle to start the upgrade procedure. Once you re-enter the crazy place, you'll end up seeing a load of like triangles on the wall sparking. You're going to want to mainly focus on the bottom row of purple triangles here. Number them 1 through to 7 and just vision that in your mind. You're going to want to first shoot 6, 1 and 3. Wait till the spark that you will end up shooting on them from the lightning staff disappears. You then want to shoot 3, 5 and 7. Again, wait till the spark disappears and you can then shoot the next set, which will be 4, 6 and 2. Now with that done, you're going to want to re-enter the normal area of the map. Now around the map there are a number of electrical switch panels that you are going to need to turn into a certain direction. Now I'll leave an image on screen to say where these have to be, but also the visual footage will be here of them being in the correct location, so you know where they have to be. These switches are in a number of locations, starting from generator 5 to the tank station, to spawn by the wind tunnel entrance, by the mound going towards the church, in the lower of the church, the top floor of the church. You will also see one on the top floor of the workshop, which is the building that you use to connect to generator 2 and 3. You do not need to touch this one. This is already in its correct location. If all them switches are in the correct location, you will no longer be able to turn these, and you'll also see the blue light going down into the middle of the mound. Once again, go into the mound and change all the circles so they will show the color purple. Once they all show purple, you can then shoot the orb, and this will release it back to the crazy place, where you can then place your staff down to begin either another staff or the actual upgrade procedure on this one. Now the last staff that we're going to show here is the fire staff. Now the same as all the others, you're going to want to collect the disc from one of 3 locations. This can be at the front of the tank on a little box, upstairs in the church on a bench, or next to generator 6 lying down on top of a box as soon as you enter the generator area. Once you have the disc, you can then start collecting the 3 parts towards the actual staff. Now one of these is for powering on generator 6. As simple as you do that, the box will open next to it and you will receive a staff part. The next part can be found by shooting a glowing plane flying in the sky in a certain weather condition. Just keep looking up into the sky every round and you will see a plane just keep circling around that will be glowing orange. Shoot this down and the part will land next to the mound in a footwell next to where one of the soul boxes can be. Now the final part for this staff can be obtained from killing the first panzer that spawns in, normally on round 7 or 8. Once you kill that, he will drop the part for the staff. Now you're going to want to be a bit careful on Black Ops 3, as these panzers are a lot tougher than they were on Black Ops 2. Now you're going to want to go into the crazy place and collect the gem from the fire tunnel, which is the closest to spawn on the path towards generator 3. Once you enter the crazy place, pick up the gem and go and build the staff inside the mound, and you are then on the steps to upgrading this staff. Once you've built the staff, you then want to go back into the crazy place, and you're going to want to stand on the metal grid where you'll see 4 cylinders cylinders. These are going to collect souls from the zombies. Now, it takes about 30 zombies to actually fill all 4 cauldrons. Once you have the 4th one filled, you can then go back up to the normal map area and start the next step of the upgrade. For this, you're going to want to go towards the church. Once you reach the church, go to the 2nd floor and you will see some symbols on the wall. Now, I'm going to paste an image on screen now which will tell you which numbers you have to shoot around the tank area below. Now, at first, you're probably going to say, I don't know what number 4 is, and number 4 will always be in this combination. Now, the number 4 is the one that's closest to the handle to call the tank towards this area, and it's marked by a blood splatter on the wall. That will always be in this combination. Now, once again, if you've shot all 4 of these correctly, you will see the blue light in the sky towards the center of the mound. If done correctly, go into the mound and do the 4 rings so they show the color red, and then shoot the orb in the center to release it back to the crazy place. Now is where you can upgrade the 4 staffs that you have in the pedestals. Now, if you did the same method that I do, where you do the fire one last, you may have already charged a whole staff while you were actually doing the first step towards this fire staff upgrade. So you can pick up that staff that is marked on the UI with a glowing white outline. That will be a fully upgraded staff. Doing this will make it easier for yourself to actually upgrade the rest of the staffs, as this area can be a little bit hard with all the walls constantly moving and changing your path and blocking it off. So hopefully this guide did help you upgrade all 4 of the Origin staffs to their ultimate versions. If it did, please hit that like, and also if you are new around here, subscribe and you will not miss another zombies video from myself. Thank you and goodbye.